The more you tap into yourself, the more all this stuff will make sense to you, and the more you even care about it. You may have came on this video and clicked away because it just seems so boring. But when you're ready to live the best version of yourself, tap in, be in alignment with your assignment, not be stressed out every day, not be living paycheck to paycheck, you know what I'm saying? Have as much money as you desire. You just put a number on it in your bank account. We gonna win. What it do, lit gang gang bangers? It's your girl Shiva Soul, checking in with you one time with some more sauce and secrets to life. You feel me? Now today we gonna attack a spirit that's been holding me and you back from becoming the best version of yourselves and just living a way softer, more cool, chill, laid back life to where we not paycheck to paycheck. You gotta put yourself in alignment for that. And there's spirits out here that kind of get into us that we don't even realize at times that hold us back from just becoming in alignment with our assignment. Now, I'm a woman of results, you feel me? I started this channel a few years ago and all that good stuff. Since then, I just been following the assignment. I've been doing the things that I've been telling y'all to do and just putting myself in certain situations and doing the work. Now, I'm no longer paycheck to paycheck. Life ain't perfect, but I'm not where I used to be last year, and that's the goal, right? So today, the spirit we're going to talk about is the spirit of lust. That demon, once it gets in you, sometimes you don't even realize that it's in you. You may be with somebody that you got with based on their looks, and you don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to be held back in life until you decide to let that person go. So without further ado, shout out to my boy Black Balloon. We're going to go ahead and hop right into it. Let's do it. Transparency is key, y'all. Everything I'm preaching to y'all is everything that I've been through. You feel me? My life ain't perfect, but I'm highly blessed and highly grateful to be where I am and not where I was last year. So let's go ahead and get into it. Black Balloon. He's a very, very highly intelligent YouTube creator. A lot of people probably would call him controversial, but I've been watching him for a couple of months now, and he spills a lot of information. I found this video. It was from 2 years ago. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
Videos done as well, because at the end of the day, it's most important to be able to navigate through your life and have discernment of the things that are going on around you, especially when it comes to the people in your life, and what you choose to put your attention on, because the things that you're doing every day, the things that take up most of your time, people that take up all of your time, you have to be aware of what is actually going on, and you have to be able to discern it spiritually. So I appreciate the person that requested me to do the video about lust, because this is a very important topic. And a lot of people, you have an idea of what lust is. Most people, what lust is, because it's a pretty simple saying of, people just like, oh, this is not really something true. We're just lusting over each other. You find yourself mostly looking at someone for how they look, not really, you're not really worried about how this person thinks, getting to know them. You're just more attracted to their looks, to their body. As a man, you're attracted to the way she walks. You're attracted to, her seduction, in a sense. Women, same thing to a man. You're attracted to his body. You're attracted to the way that he talks, the way that he sounds, the way that he could, tell you something, and it's exactly what you want to hear. It's what you want to hear. It's not what you need to hear. So those are all examples of lust. But the spirit of lust runs a lot deeper than just attraction. Now, Don't get me wrong. This is kind of like, you know, it's kind of like the source of where the spirit likes to play in your mind, because the spirit of lust operates in the brain. The spirit of lust uses you and anyone you come across. When you have that spirit of lust inside of you, when you have that spirit of lust operating inside of you, you will attract those same kind of people. Yeah. Now, that goes for a man and a woman. If a woman carries that spirit of lust, she will attract a man that has that same spirit of lust. Now, mostly these two spirits are the succubus and the incubus spirit. We all know these are sexual spirits. The succubus is for a man. When a man is asleep and you have a dream about sex, or you have a dream where you're actually having sex in that dream, that is a spirit basically hosting a woman. Most of the time, I've said this before in a video, most of the time you don't see the face. Most of the time when you're having sex in your dream, you usually don't see the face. It depends. It's not all the time. You know, sometimes you will see the face, but it's not the actual person. It's literally the spirit having sex with you, literally. And it's the same for women. It's the same for women. When a woman has sex in her dream, it's the incubus spirit. It's this spirit has basically possessed the body in your dream, and it's having sex with you.
Leave a comment below if this has been happening to you, or if this has happened to you recently.
Just how you would almost open up to any other spirit. You invite the spirit into your life by the things that you choose to do and pay attention to. If you choose to masturbate, watch porn, if you choose to constantly have unprotected sex, or you're just out here having sex with anybody, these are the ways that you invite these spirits. Doing drugs, drinking alcohol. There are multiple ways to invite the spirits of lust.
Yeah.
And what the spirit does, it uses seduction. It uses seduction to its advantage. And that's how it keeps you in the cycle. That's why a man can't stop masturbating. That's why a man can't stop watching pornos. It's the same for women. I'm just saying a man just because, I'm a man, so that's what comes first. But this is the same for women. Women that masturbate all the time, women that watch pornos, etc. It's the same. It goes hand in hand for both genders. But how the spirit chooses to use you, like I said, you will always attract someone when you have that. First off, you'll know when you have that spirit of lust inside of you. You'll know off back. Right now, if you have that spirit in you, you just may not be able to quite tackle it. You may not be able to admit it to yourself.
Yeah.
But if you are constantly, if you're constantly looking at women in a state of like, damn, she fine. Damn, I want to have sex with her. Damn, look at her ass. Damn, look at this. Damn. If it's every day and it's like uncontrollable, as soon as you see a woman, you just like, damn. You just, every single time, it's like, it's not, you're not looking at the woman just for being, it's just a woman.
I gotta say this for my guys. I love my black men, you feel me? But it's like a misconception of it being a manly thing. The more women you're into, the more women you can hit. Y'all already know about it. And my OGs, I've learned this from them. It's not about how many women you can hit. It's about the quality of your life. What value are you adding to people, and what value are these women adding to you when you decide to bring them to your life?
Just, it's always something that you think looks good on her. Her walk looks good. Her body looks good. That is the spirit of lust. You literally can't focus on anything else about the woman. All you're focused on is how she looks, how her ass looks, how her body looks. You can't The spirit does not allow you to think about anything else, focus on anything else. And that's why relationships with the woman that you chose to go after of because she looked good, that's why it ends up not working. And it's the same for the woman toward the man as well. Most of the time, these marriages, these relationships, they don't work out because it didn't start through God. It didn't start from a place of, you actually genuinely wanting to get to know a woman. It wasn't a foundation through God, you know. It came from lusting after the woman. And these spirits know. Most people have no idea. You just think this is attraction. You just think this is the way. Like how the Mandalorian and Star Wars, this is the way. You just think, this is just straight up natural. Now, don't get it confused to like being attracted to a woman as a man or a woman to a man. Attraction is different than having that spirit on you. Than having the spirit of lust. It's completely different. It's not so simple to just being attracted to someone. You'll feel it. Like I said, you will feel when you have the spirit of lust operating inside of you. Also, it's almost, it's almost just like any other spirit, and it all goes back to the devil, because they don't like happy homes. They don't like meaningful relationships. They don't like marriage. They don't like real love. So they will always, point you in a direction where it keeps you away from something real. You may think, the connection you had with someone was based off of something real. You may think y'all had a bunch of things in common, but guess what? Guess what? A lot of the times when you think you have things in common with a woman, or you think you have things in common with a man, and there's certain things that y'all are connected on, you like, damn, we do got this in common. Or like, damn, we did the same thing today without even really knowing it. Before y'all really even knew each other, y'all did a few things that matched each other, this and that. Guess what the connection really was? It was the spirit. It was the spirit of lust. And that's how it'll get you. What did I tell you in the beginning of the video? You will always attract, when you have the spirit of lust in you, you will always attract another woman with that same spirit. Same for a woman. You will attract a man who also has the spirit of lust. And those things you thought you had in common was just the two spirits that operate inside of you. And they made y'all think you had a bunch of things in common because y'all are basically connected. No, not in a good way. You're not connected in a good way. You're both operating the same spirit inside of you. So it gives you like this fake, it gives you these like fake feelings of having a connection with someone. But really at the end of the day, this is just the spirits connecting both of y'all. Making you think that there is a connection. There is a lot of things we have in common. But I will say it again, it is just the spirit that operates inside of both.
It's easier said than done, y'all. You're in a situation like this right now. I'm not the one that's gonna just sit here and tell you to leave it. I know how difficult it can be. I will say this though. Whoever your higher power is, whatever you pray to, however you meditate, whatever you do, just ask for guidance, ask for the help, ask for what it is you need to help guide you out of the situation, and try not to see it as, God, can you please make this situation work? No, you beating yourself up at this point. If it's supposed to work, it's going to work. You have to learn how to just let God and let go. Promise y'all, I'm not going to turn into no Christian channel. Let's go ahead and get back into it.
Now, this is not to say that there aren't natural connections where you actually do have things in common with a person. I'm not talking about every single case, because not everyone has these spirits that are operating inside of them. So of course you can, you can easily meet someone and you guys have things in common and you end up having a beautiful relationship with each other. But also remember what I said. You know when you have that spirit inside of you. You know, bro, you know. You know. You know if you are constantly, if sex is always on your mind, if you can't stop jacking off, if you can't stop playing with yourself, the internet plays a huge factor in it. I probably should have mentioned that long ago. The day and age that we live in, this is another way that these spirits keep you going. They keep you on the path that they want you on. So you never really find your true love, a real relationship. First off, you never have a chance to find Jesus Christ. You never have a chance to find God.
Subjective.
Because you can't, you can't find a way, and you don't even actually know what's going on. You don't even really know that this spirit is the one that's really controlling all of your moods and your emotions and your attractions, your false attractions. And the internet is a huge problem because why do y'all, man, it's like when you really start to pay attention to this kind of stuff, you start to understand why every time you look on Instagram, there's nothing but ass. I'm talking about for men. And it's the same way for women.
It depends on your algorithm. Like I say, y'all, what you choose to digest into your eyes, your mind, all that shit, you already know what's going on. It's going to dictate on where you are in life right now. I'm not saying that your life has to be meditation, prayer, perfect every day. No, there is duality to this shit. I love my ratchet music. I love my toxic shit at times. I'm a very dual person, but it's a balance to this, That spirit of lust, it's attacked me in my earlier 20s because, like I said before, I was chasing the wife, the kids, the happy family. And in that, of course, you look for beautiful women. So I just continue to go through these cycles. I had a situation when I was younger. I kind of messed it up. That's neither here or there. But now I'm just now coming to a point in my life where I'm really understanding what this spirit of lust is. And this spirit has, man, the more you tap into yourself, the more all this stuff will make sense to you. And the more you even care about it. You may have came on this video and clicked away because it just seems so boring. But when you're ready to live the best version of yourself, tap in, be in alignment with your assignment, not be stressed out every day, not be living paycheck to paycheck, have as much money as you desire, you just put a number on it in your bank account. Namaste, motherfuckers.